Hey everyone, my name is Bruna with LuLaRoe, Brunamarie. We are here in my Lula room, which wasn't even going to be a Lula room, but somehow it's turning into a Lula room. It's not finished by any means, so that might be content for another video for you guys. But I wanted to make a video. I am in the second week of my business, and I wanted to make a video talk about how I did in the first week. I know that these videos are really useful. I know that when I was sitting waiting in the queue, that I watched countless videos. I don't even know how many I would be able to tell you. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I work full time, so LuLaRoe is something that I have to do at night and on the weekends. My son, since he's 9, has a super busy schedule, and so I just try to kind of juggle everything as best as I can. So I am devoting a lot of hours to this. You will find that it is a ton of work. It is a ton of work. Like, if you think that you're going to go into this and that you're just going to play around with some clothes and make some money, you're going to do that, but it's going to be a ton of work. So I juggle that, like I said, with my full-time job and my family obligations, and I am going to tell you how long it took me to get in the queue, rather how long I waited in the queue with my sign-on date and stuff like that. So let's start there. So for those of you who know the process, I signed on September 24th. And for those of you who don't know the process, that means when you sign on, that means that you've completed your entire application, all of the paperwork that needs to be completed for LuLaRoe. It's all electronic now. I know that before my dates, I think the consultants used to like actually fill out a paper application and then like submit it and that kind of thing. Now it's all electronic, but every piece that they ask you for in the application process has to be completed, and if it's not, that will hold you up. So your date, that your sign date, is really going to determine how long you're going to wait in the queue. So you want to make sure that when you're going ahead and putting your name in there, that you're filling out everything and doing everything that they're asking you to, so that you are placed in the queue and you're ready to go. So my date was September 24th. I anxiously waited. I bought supplies. I read a ton of personal development books. I made sure I stayed positive. I joined some newbie QB Facebook groups, which I don't know if they're good or bad. I have to be honest with you. I thought they were good because it kind of helped determine like when the dates were coming up and who they were calling. For those of you that are not aware, what happens is that when you sign on to become a consultant with LuLaRoe, you wait about, I've heard people as little as 6. I think it's more accurate to say it's about an 8-week wait. You wait about 6 to 8, maybe even 10 weeks. I've heard some 12 weeks, but about 8 to 9 weeks, I think, is about average, about the norm. And then you get your call and you're onboarded, okay? So I know I might be talking to some people that have already onboarded, and maybe some that are thinking about the opportunity, or maybe some that are just waiting in the queue. So I don't want to just throw a lot of jargon at you. So like I said, I signed September 24th. I waited anxiously in the queue. I joined a bunch of groups, which, going back, like I was saying, I thought was good, but I also thought it wasn't good. It was good that I met some women that really were really good people to have in my corner, I guess you could say. Some girls to lean on, that you're kind of all going through the same process, and so you're building all these relationships, and that was great. I love them, and I'm so happy that I got to meet them in all those newbie and QB groups. But there's a lot of like naysayers and a lot of negative people, and this, if you've already researched, you know that this is not a cheap opportunity to put into, but the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, right? And so there are a lot of naysayers and negative, little negative Nancy's, I want to say. Negative Nellies, I guess, that are in the group that maybe might deter you from wanting to do this. Don't let them do that. That's the worst thing about the QB and newbie group. So anyway, I'm going to save that for an entire video on what to do while you're in the queue and what kind of supplies and things like that you'll need. This is amazing. It's a little $5.99 Bluetooth remote for video, so I can stop it when I want this video to end. I'm playing with it because I can't help myself. I'm a little nervous because this is my first video. So I hope that it just gives you guys value and there's content here that you guys can work with. So going back, September 24th was my sign date. I didn't get onboarded until November 10th. And so in that time frame, like I said, I had done all these QB groups and bought supplies and got ready and got business cards and all this stuff. LuLaRoe tells you not to do any of this. They tell you that you don't have any guarantee of onboarding. That is true. However, there is going to be so much work when those boxes show up. It was 6 boxes of inventory, and that you're going to go through everything. You want to make sure everything is there, and you want to go and see what prints you got, because that's the exciting part. It's like Christmas, and my son and me were going through everything and piling it up, and that is so much fun. So you're going to have so much work to do that even though LuLaRoe tells you not to buy stuff, you might want to have at least an idea of what you need. And I'll, like I said, I'll do a video on that about being in the queue and then supplies and stuff like that. So I onboarded again November 10th. I got my stuff a week later, exactly a week later. I waited anxiously. Just so you know, if you are in the LuLaRoe world at all right now, you know that TC leggings, tall and curvy leggings, are super hard to come by. So I launched with 5 or 6 pairs that I had gotten from other consultants because I could not get them from the company themselves. But you can totally launch without tall and curvy leggings or with a handful. You can make this work. So I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on the back end, so that when I do tell you my numbers and you understand that you know what I was working with. So there's different packages that you can sign on with. I actually went for package 2. Package 2 at the time that I signed on, I know it's completely different now. Package 2 that I signed on had Cassie's and Julia's and Lindsay's and Randy's and Irma's and classic tees and maxi skirts. And I went with package 2, so that included leggings. I immediately then logged on and bought more leggings. I had customers that wanted tween leggings, so I bought those too. And again, I didn't get any tall and curvy, but I managed to get a few from some consultants because I didn't want people to feel left out. So I think I started with like about 6 pairs. And so just so you understand that when I'm telling you how much money I made, or rather what the profit was, or gross sales, really I'm going to talk in gross sales. I think it's just easier for everyone if I talk in gross sales. But I want you to understand how much inventory I had. I hate when I watch videos and they're like, oh, I made $20,000. Okay, great. That's awesome. It's totally doable. But how much inventory did you have? The more inventory you have, the bigger return you're going to get. You're going to get more items. You're going to have more choices for people. So they say the sweet spot for inventory count is about like 800 to 1,000 pieces. I'm nowhere near there. So I right now I'm probably about 4 something, but it's because I sold stuff. So let's talk about it. So again, I did package 2, which is 395 pieces, and then I went on and I bought more leggings, and so it was just over like maybe 420, 430 pieces. I want to say it was like 430 something when I launched. Okay. Takes a long time to photograph this stuff, guys. I'm not going to pretend, I'm not going to lie. If you're OCD like me, I wanted it to be clean and beautiful and simple and perfect, and I didn't have a mannequin because I hated all the ones I saw in the store, so I did all of my photography on hangers, and then I had ordered these beautiful little rustic chic signs that were going to have the sizing on them that I was going to put in my pictures, and then they were late, and so I ended up using an app. I used Fonto, which I really love because you can import your own. It's Fonto's P-H-O-N-T-O. You can import your own fonts, and I thought that was a lot of fun. And then I took all my pictures and then I edited every single one so that they would have the font on there. So I took all the pictures and stuff. That took me about 3 days to get everything photographed for my launch. So I did an online launch. I want to do in-person events and I want to do online too, but I knew right away, just because of how busy I am, that my business was going to be primarily an online business. That's super important too, guys. When you're choosing a sponsor or somebody that you want to work with, you want to make sure that their business model is similar to what you really think is going to work for your family. I start scheduling in-home parties. I've scheduled online pop-up parties. I primarily sell online. It's not bad. It's just what's working right now for my life. If I had more time to do more in-home, I definitely would, and I do, but it's just I could only do like 1 or 2 parties a weekend because I refuse to take away family time. So it's just important to me. It's where my priorities are. But when you do choose a sponsor, it definitely is important to go ahead and talk to your sponsor or find someone that is going to have similar business aspirations that you're going to have. So going back, right, we signed September 24th. We onboarded the 10th. We got our inventory exactly a week later. Took me about 3 days to photograph. I want to say I had my launch party on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I don't remember. It was an online launch, and it was terrifying, and it was so much work, and I was so nervous, and I was like, no one's going to show up, and people are not going to buy anything, and they're going to be so upset I only have 6 pairs of tall and curvy, and I was in shock, you guys. I mean, it's so hard. This is not the first direct sales company that I have worked with. And I'll probably do a whole nother video on that too, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you guys are really just sitting here watching like, where's the numbers? Bruna, I want the numbers. Okay. I sold 60 pieces, which to me is huge. I think that's, wow. In 24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours. I had about $2,000 in gross sales in a day. One day. I went into this thinking, okay, I'm going to buy this inventory. Worst case scenario, I give it back to the company. They take their restocking fee, and we're good. You know, I can't be upset with trying, right? You try. If it doesn't work out, you say you tried. But I didn't want to live in regret not trying. This is ridiculous, guys. This is crazy. This is, I just don't have words. I'm speechless. I remember I was staring, this is after 24 hours, okay? I didn't have a bazillion pieces of inventory, and I still sold $2,000 of sales. $2,000 in 24 hours. It's crazy. Again, I'm just speechless. I don't even know what to say. I was at the computer just staring, like almost like in shock, like sold. And I was like, oh my God, now I have to invoice these people and I have to ship this stuff. And it was so much work, and I was exhausted, and I lost 3 pounds in 3 days from, you know, just having no time to eat and photographing everything. So you can go on a LuLaRoe diet too. But it really has been amazing so far. It's so much fun, you guys. If you are concerned at all, don't be concerned. Know it's a lot of work. Know that you are going to bust your butt. Know that, you know, you might have to talk to your family. You might have to say, you know, to your kids or to your husband, hey, like, I just need to get some stuff done. I'm not telling you to ignore them, because like I said, I personally make my family a priority, and that's why I don't do as many home pop-ups, and I do more of the online sales because that's what works for my life. But definitely ask for help if you can get help. Not everyone can get help. I get that. I've been a single mom before. I get how hard it is, and that sometimes, you know, the help isn't there. I get it. But, you know, I did ask my husband, you know, hey, can you do an extra load of laundry so that I don't have to do just like little things, you know, it'll help you so that you can put more time into your business. Definitely get your family involved. Definitely explain to them the passion and why you're doing this, and make sure that they're on board, because it is a lot of work. It's a lot of fun too, but it's a lot of work, and it's super rewarding. And I just figured I'd come on here and I'd make a video and tell you how the first week went, how the first sale went. Also, I want to tell you guys a huge tip for those of you who are consultants already, and maybe if you've already sold something, but please order right away. Make sure you do that, because you don't want to not have fresh stuff to constantly incorporate. So the moment that you get your payments, which takes about 3 days, make sure you replenish too, because it's super important. And then always, like, you know, kind of grow your inventory organically so that you get to the places that you want to get to. In terms of financing, I decided I didn't want to do this on a credit card. I didn't want to put the onboarding package expense for the inventory on a credit card. I know that there are zero interest ones. I just didn't feel like having another credit card to put that on, and I didn't want to put it on any existing credit cards. I decided instead that the interest would be lower. And I know those of you that want to do the 18-month zero interest, that's fine. Do that. That could work for you. I decided to do a personal 401k loan. It's not a withdrawal, so it's not the one that you pay taxes on, but sometimes your employer will have different options in your plan where you can go and take a personal loan. Some of them don't allow for that, but you can take a personal loan from yourself, from your 401k, and then the money comes out of your paycheck every week or bi-weekly or however you get paid, and then you're paying interest back to yourself. It's an idea, it's a way to fund your inventory that a lot of people forget about and don't think about. And when I tell people, like, oh my gosh, I never even thought of that. That's a great idea. So it's what I decided to do. So I am paying back my investment actually automatically because it comes out of my paycheck. And then with everything that I've made so far, I'm just reinvesting it into inventory. I know that you watch a lot of these videos and that's what people are going to tell you, but it is so true because the bigger and more selection that you have for your people, and your customers are going to tell you, like my customers, like, I want Amelia's, I want Carly's, where's this, where's that? And they'll tell you what they're looking for. I mean, they are super specific and it's super helpful. And so right away, because that didn't come with my package, I went and I ordered Amelia's and Carly's. You want to keep customers happy, right? That's what we're here for. You guys, this experience is so amazing. It's so rewarding. I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute and it's so fast and I'm so sorry. And this is my first video, so I'm sorry if the lighting sucks or if you can't understand what I'm saying. And I normally don't wear this much makeup either, but my son and my husband went to a wrestling event in Dallas. We live near Dallas, and they went to WWE SmackDown. So I never get alone time. So I went to Sephora, and if you're a Rouge member, you can get free makeovers all the time. And I was like, I barely wear makeup. Just do it up. And then I was like, wow, don't even look at myself. Let me go home and do a YouTube video. So don't expect me to be so done up in the next video. I might put on, some bronzer and mascara and stuff because it's my favorite. But again, I hope you guys learned a lot from this. My next video probably will be a little bit more organized for you. I wasn't that prepared, but I was just so excited. I just wanted to get on here and just give you guys some information and hopefully alleviate some fears that some of you might have. I am expanding my team. I've been doing this, like I said, less than 2 weeks. I love leading. I've been a manager, supervisor, my normal job, and I just love it. I just love leading people, and I'm building a team. So if you want any information at all, if you want to join my team, if you want any information at all about what I talked about in this video, what I'm talking about at all, if you just have a random question and you just don't know where to look or whatever, I'm really here to help. I'd be glad, I'd be honored to answer your questions. My email is lularoebrunamarie, B-R-U-N-A, Marie @gmail.com. Bruna is a name that I was given after my dad. My dad was Bruno, so I'm Bruna, and he passed this year, so it's really nice to be able to carry on his name. It's sweet. But yeah, you guys learned a lot about me. I cannot wait to meet you guys. Send your emails. I hope, again, this video helped you. I hope it wasn't too much of a ramble. I, again, am in shock over the numbers. I think that kind of comes across in the video a little bit. Again, I'm just speechless. It's amazing. But, all right. Well, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys reach out to me, and I wish you guys the best of luck, whatever it is that you're doing with this. You guys are gonna rock. So, all right, thanks. Bye.